Adriana Riggs asked, what are your top 5 least favorite episodes of the series? To make this easier on me, I'm just gonna list off my top 5 least favorite episodes from each season so far. Number 5 is Bowser vs. Ganondorf. Number 4 is Yang Xiaolong vs. Tifa Lockhart. Number 3 is Raven vs. Twilight Sparkle. Number 2 is Scrooge McDuck vs. Shovel Knight. And number 1 is Chun-Li vs. Mai Shiranui. For Bowser vs. Ganondorf, while the animation was great and the fight was a blast to watch, the research was done very badly and the outcome of the fight was extremely obvious. Overall, I didn't find this a fair fight at all. For Yang vs. Tifa, while I do agree with the outcome, the animation was ugly, and even though I do agree that Yang wins this fight, they focused way too much on her and didn't do enough research on Tifa. For Raven vs. Twilight, the research was decent and the connections kind of made sense, but the animation was bad, the voice acting was meh, and the jokes for Boomstick were beyond unfunny. Even the jokes that were put in the fight were unfunny as well. For Scrooge vs. Shovel Knight, the outcome was so obvious that you could see it coming a mile away, and the animation was so goddamn ugly that it almost made my eyes bleed. And for Chun-Li vs. Mai, it relied too much on fan service jokes that were never funny to begin with, and the fight itself was so goddamn awful that I could bear to watch the rest of it, and decided just to skip to the end. Alden Grady asked, what are your thoughts on Mario vs. Sonic 2? And did you think it was better than the original or worse? To be honest, I thought it wasn't that bad as I made it out to be, and obviously I found it better than the original. Though, I felt like this was Ben and Chad's apology for how awful the original one was, and thank God they redid it. But, in my opinion, it should not have been episode 100, but that's just me. Claire Harvey asked, if Death Battle returned to using real people for their episodes, who do you think they should have? Definitely Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson versus Dave Bautista. The main connection that they share is that they're both wrestlers turned actors, with most of the movies they've played in being action movies. As for the outcome, it can go either way.